A successful young millionaire is leaving his lavish office building, his mind already on his next big acquisition. Suddenly, an old, frail black man, dressed in worn-out clothes, approaches him. The old man's eyes are pleading, his hand outstretched, asking for a little help, just enough for a warm meal. The millionaire, annoyed by the interruption, brushes him off with a dismissive wave. "Get a job," he scoffs, before stepping into his luxury car and speeding away, leaving the old man standing alone on the sidewalk, a look of profound disappointment on his face. The millionaire, let's call him Alex, doesn't give the encounter a second thought. He's on top of the world. His company, a tech giant he built from the ground up, is the talk of the town. He's the epitome of success, a self-made man who believes he earned every penny through sheer hard work and grit. He has no time for what he sees as laziness or handouts. Later that week, Alex is in a board meeting, reviewing the company's founding documents for a major merger. As he sifts through the old paperwork, a faded photograph tucked inside a forgotten file catches his eye. He pulls it out. It's a picture of a young, vibrant man standing proudly in front of a small, modest workshop. The nameplate on the workshop reads Innovitech, the original name of his company. Alex's heart skips a beat. He recognizes the face. It's the same old man he'd so cruelly dismissed just days ago. His name is written on the back of the photo. Arthur Vance, founder. Alex's world begins to spin. He always believed he started the company from scratch, buying a small, defunct workshop and transforming it into an empire. He never bothered to learn about its history or its original owner. The documents tell a story he never knew. Arthur Vance was a brilliant inventor, a pioneer in his field who lost everything due to a series of unfortunate events, and a predatory business partner who forced him out, the small, bankrupt workshop. Alex, bought for a pittance, was the last remnant of Arthur's dream. A wave of shame and regret washes over Alex. His entire success story, the foundation of his identity, feels like a lie. He didn't build his empire from nothing. He built it on the ruins of another man's dream. A man he had just treated with utter contempt, driven by a desperate need to make things right. Alex launches a frantic search for Arthur. He hires private investigators, scours city records, and visits every homeless shelter he can find. Days turn into weeks. The search seems hopeless. Alex is haunted by the image of Arthur's face, the quiet dignity in his eyes even as he asked for help. This quest changes Alex. The ruthless businessman begins to see the world differently. He sees the struggles of people he once ignored, the invisible stories behind the faces on the street. Finally, a breakthrough. An investigator locates Arthur living in a small, run-down room at a shelter on the other side of the city. With a heavy heart, Alex drives there, the founding documents clutched in his hand. He finds Arthur sitting on a simple cot, staring out the window. He looks even more fragile than before. Alex approaches him slowly, his voice trembling. "Mr. Vance." "Arthur." "Vance." The old man turns, his eyes showing a flicker of recognition, but no anger. Just a deep, weary sadness. Alex can't hold it back. He kneels before Arthur, tears streaming down his face. "I'm so sorry," he chokes out. "I didn't know. I am so sorry for how I treated you." He shows Arthur the photograph, the old documents. "This is your company," Alex says. Innovitech. I built my fortune on your dream, and I treated you like you were nothing." Arthur listens patiently, his expression unreadable. He looks at the young man, broken and crying at his feet. A long silence hangs in the air. Then Arthur speaks, his voice soft but clear. "A dream is not a building or a company, young man. It's an idea. It's the desire to create something good for the world." He looks at Alex. "You may have bought my workshop, but you took that idea and made it bigger than I ever could have imagined. You gave it life." Alex is stunned. He expected anger, resentment, a demand for compensation. But instead, he finds forgiveness and wisdom. Arthur doesn't want the company back. He tells Alex that his time for building empires is long past. What he missed was not the money, but the purpose, the feeling of creating. In that small, humble room, the two men talk for hours. The young millionaire and the forgotten founder, Alex doesn't just offer Arthur money. He offers him something far more valuable. Respect. He asks Arthur to come back to the company, not as an owner, but as a chief innovation advisor. He wants Arthur's mind, his experience, his original vision. Arthur accepts when he walks back into the company headquarters, no longer in tattered clothes, but in a smart suit. The employees are buzzing. Alex introduces him at an all-hands meeting, telling everyone the full, unvarnished story of the company's origins and his own profound mistake. He announces the creation of the Vance Foundation, funded with a significant portion of his own wealth, dedicated to helping aspiring entrepreneurs from disadvantaged backgrounds, ensuring that no other brilliant mind like Arthur Vance is ever left behind. The story becomes a legend in the business world, a powerful lesson in humility and redemption. Alex is no longer just a successful millionaire. He's a leader with a conscience. And Arthur Vance, the old man who was once invisible on the street, spends his final years where he belongs. At the heart of the empire he unknowingly started, his legacy not just restored, but celebrated. It's a reminder that true wealth isn't measured in dollars, but in the impact we have on others, and the grace with which we right our wrongs. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories that make you think. See you next time.